We are live. Lynn,
Hello,
welcome.
hello. Happy Labor Day.
Yep, happy Labor Day. Welcome to everybody that's tuning in to the September 2024 Outturn preview tasting. We've got 4 whiskeys tonight, Lynn.
Yep.
4 whiskeys to go through for you. And we'll give everybody a few minutes to get tuned in here. Our Outturn live, our in-person Outturn preview tastings are happening tomorrow night, Tuesday evening, and these whiskeys are all going to be released on Wednesday.
All right.
Let me confirm that it's Wednesday. Look here. Yep, Wednesday the 4th. These whiskeys will be released. And I don't have a full list to show everybody. I can go through and look at the list and see what's coming. I don't have the graph due to the Labor Day weekend that shows all the whiskeys that are going to be released. And let me look real quick and just see how many we are releasing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 whiskeys on Wednesday. We got 4 of them tonight. So, hi, JT. I see you tuning in, and Christine Daisy. Whiskey the Gathering was the first to comment. I'm coming to you from Tampa, Florida, where I'll be hosting the Tampa tasting at Gasper's Patio Bar and Grill up in Temple Terrace tomorrow night. Lynn, where are you going to be?
At Tam O'Shanter.
You've been there before, right? You've been helping host? Yeah. I love that place. That place is awesome.
Oh, cool. When did you go over there?
I was out there last year a couple of times. Early, they had me hosting. We had Zach was here, and when Zach left, it was open, so I went out there a couple of times and hosted. But yeah, Tam O'Shanter's is a neat place.
That's awesome.
The whole Walt Disney, they tell you the Walt Disney tie-in and all that.
I only know the table, but I don't know anything else.
Oh, the table where he sat.
Yeah.
But Snow White's cabin, if you remember Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, is modeled or was designed from the bar in Tam O'Shanter's. When you're in there, look at the bar and everything that's in there. That's where the idea came up for Snow White's cabin.
Oh wow, that's so awesome.
Yeah, and when you see it, you can see it. It looks just like it.
Nice.
I see Steve Zamansky tuning in, California Scotty, and Duke McHale. All right. Well, without further ado, let's get into our first whiskey.
All right.
And we will start with a Distillery 26.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you introduce it, Lynn.
It's 26.2244, called Fluffy and Flaky, and it's a 9-year age in a first fill barrel. I don't know the proof on this, so you're going to have to relay the proofs for all of them.
62.7.
All right.
A whopping 62.7, I should say.
Okay, 62.7. Let me put that in the notes.
And for color, I don't have... maybe I have a white piece of paper. About what you would expect for a 9-year-old first fill ex-bourbon barrel. Nice golden honeyed hue.
All right.
A citrusy, malty, vanilla.
Yep. Nutty, a little bit of a honey tone.
A little lime.
Mm-hmm. Yep, basically all the stuff you said.
It's really got a nice nose though coming out of the glass. Really rises out and greets your nose.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of
honey biscuits.
I was gonna say almost a little bit of a spice though too, and I'm like, wait a minute, is that spicy and sweet? Nope, that's sweet, fruity, mellow.
I can see a little bit of that spice on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I pull it away, it's got a slight floral tone to it. It's
Oh yeah.
nice,
Yeah.
aromatic.
Neil Bruce is asking if is it waxy?
not,
No,
not on the nose.
no.
Mm.
And I'll have a quick video of this up posted too when we release it. But yeah, I really don't get the kind of the classic waxy character, that follows Distillery 26, and it's kind of one of those characteristics. Sometimes you try a sip and you're like it's waxy, and you think, oh, it must be Distillery 26.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I don't think there's quite as much on this one, but let's get into it and see.
Yeah. Cheers. Yes, just like how Scott says, typically, I think from this distillery, it has a very distinct waxy profile, but I get a burst of cantaloupe. So it's really bright, and you still get that honey tone that you typically find in Distillery 26.
Mm-hmm.
I love the honey and the cantaloupe profile.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, melons, definitely citrusy, lighter, sweet. 62.7% ABV really punches you.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot.
Yeah.
And I mean, really coats the mouth though too. But really, even for that high of an ABV, really still a lot of good notes, showing and coming through on this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One more sip here, neat. I'll add a drop of water.
Okay.
Just really sweet and rich. The citruses, a little bit of powdered sugar. I like your cantaloupe, lime, malty, grassy, slight nuttiness. Good call on that.
Yeah. You're adding drops of water in a bit, right?
I am right now.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to put 2 rounds of water on it, especially at 62%. Just to bring it down. Try to a little bit. I got a nice pour here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the water will bring out the waxiness.
Yeah, it does get a little bit waxy with a few drops of water, but it does get a little bit drier too. So I think the honey and the cantaloupe just tapers down, and you get more of an oak forward profile. So there's more of like an essence of stone fruits here.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely changed it up that way to the stone fruits, peaches and apricots.
Mm-hmm.
Still rich. It's still high ABV.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Still though, I don't think that kind of classic waxiness is here on this one.
Yeah, it's subtle. It does have like a nice lingering finish with water, because even though it is drier, there's an aftertaste of biscuits.
Yeah.
Biscuits.
I was gonna say vanilla wafers.
Oh yes, that's it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
biscuits and vanilla wafers.
Mm-hmm.
Still a little bit of spice showing. Is that the ABV though? Is that because it's so hot? Let's see. I put a 3rd round of water here. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, pretty much about the same. Man, it's still good. It's still hot. I put some healthy doses of water on that one, and it's not relenting at all. That is a mouthful. That is nice. Let's see what the tasting notes on the bottle say. Come on, we're going to get closer to the microphone. 26.224, fluffy and flaky. Candied pineapples and freshly squeezed lemons precede white chocolate ginger chip cookies. Diluted, things turn more tropical before a fresh almond croissant. Yep. We had croissants and baked things, and we had melon, tropical fruits, lemon. Nice. That one's definitely very rich on the palate. Very powerful. Great dram.
Awesome. Yeah.
But I don't know blind if I would try to guess distillery 26 on that, just because I don't think that waxy character is there.
Yeah. I
I
agree.
don't know. I mean, maybe some people will find it.
Yeah. But at least the honey tone is still there, like the barley forward profile.
Yeah.
Yeah. But mhm.
All right. And moving on, we're going to jump up to a spicy and sweet that any pirate would love the name of.
All right. We got Shiver Me Toasted Timbers.
Shiver me toasted timber. You got to read it like a pirate.
You can read it like a pirate.
Shiver me toasted timbers.
That's good. Got a 13-year. See, you have the great tone. You're very versatile that way, just dynamic. So 10 years in a bourbon cask and then 3 years in a Jamaican rum brut cask. And that's all I got for you.
See, even for a pirate, there's rum. There be rum in this one.
Nice.
Really about the same similar shade as the last one, that 9-year-old first fill ex bourbon barrel. Only now we've got a 13-year-old, double with the bourbon and then rum.
6.2. Okay. So under the spicy and sweet profile.
Yeah, let's see. We got a few more people tuning in now and commenting. People not doing anything this Labor Day evening. I see, since we called out some names, I did see Chris Weiscarver was tuning in, Kyle Whippert, Neil Bruce, Tom Cat, Henry Perez, Jen Currents is here, my fiance, and we are getting married this Saturday in Tampa.
Yay.
Cheers
Awesome.
to that.
Cheers to that.
Julie Perry, I see tuning in. I haven't seen Julie before. And let's see here. I can highlight her comment. I've always had you on my calendar, but this is the first time I actually made it with you live. Julie in Houston. Well, thanks for tuning in, Julie.
Nice.
Ted Brooks is here. Kim. Welcome, Kim. Or not welcome. Welcome back. It's been a few months since I seen you tune in. A couple months anyway. And thanks to everybody with the congratulations.
Awesome.
It might be whose place I'm at right now, whose wall is behind me. In current.
Are you going to transport all the whiskeys down?
Eventually, yep.
Wow.
Yep. It'll be probably February, March timeframe.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
So also I should be at or I will be at the gathering in New York. Are you going to be there, Lynn?
No, I wasn't invited.
Okay. Well, they want me to live stream from the event in New York.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
I'm going to be there running equipment. So and that's September 16th.
Awesome.
All right, let's get into this spicy and sweet rum cask finished whiskey.
All right.
Oops. Go there. All right. Sorry. And Kim will be there. Yep, she stopped by at the last gathering that we had there. That was 2022.
Cool.
Oh, well, actually, almost a real similar nose to the last one. Fruity. It's more berries though on the nose, I think, than citrus.
Yeah, I get a Capri Sun tropical fruit aroma. It's like,
Capri Sun. Did you say
yeah.
tropical fruit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A
Yeah.
little bit of a brown sugar.
A little bit of like fresh pineapple juice.
Huh?
Yep. Fruit punch on the nose. That's what I get.
Let me look up and see. Do you have the time maturations on this one? I mean,
Uh,
usually I would guess it's going to be 10 years
10 years.
ex-bourbon.
Yeah, 10 years in ex-bourbon cask and 3 years in a Jamaican rum barrique cask.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
And they do state as well, first fill ex-rum barrique. So
Nice.
I don't get too much spice on the nose. Are you getting a lot of spice?
No, I just get more of that tropical fruit on the nose.
Really fruity and berries and tropical.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Weiscarver saying he's never had a 36 before. Might need to look into this, especially with the rum cask. We've had a couple of 36 lately, but they've been, I think, deep rich in dried fruits. They've been sherry finished 36s, and they've been really good. Did a good job with their sherry maturations.
Nice.
All right, I'm going in on the palate. Cheers.
All right. So it's like a creamy finish, a little bit of a orange, honey brioche, like orange creamsicle on the finish.
Yeah. ABV definitely lower than the one before. Nice, warm. I mean, there was some spice on the palate that wasn't getting too much on the nose. I don't get like a peppery spice, cinnamons, brown sugars, not necessarily getting any of the rum influence yet, maybe a little bit of the tropical, but the rum is not real upfront on this one, I don't think. Outside of some of the fruits or the tropical that you get. I know in my review of this one, I do start to get just a hint of like a molasses or a syrup, probably from the rum.
Yeah.
But like I say, it's not real strong. It's not real. Some of these and some rum finished whiskeys, the rum presence is really high, almost overpowering to me. This one, not so much hints of rum finish on this one.
Yeah. I find that with some of the Jamaican rum casks, sometimes they can have a little bit of like a fun funk to it. There's no funk on this. So
no, but now that you say that, that makes me think this could be one of those more funkier rums and not one of the sweeter, really molasses, pure cane rums. Maybe that's why it's not really sweet and that rum influence really showing. Maybe it is a little bit more funkier cask, but even though some of the funk may not be coming out. I don't know rums real well. I wish I knew them better. I probably should.
Yeah.
Try more.
Sometimes with like Jamaican rum, when they're exposed to that wild yeast, it can be a little bit wild, grassy, or tar, or just really weird. So for this one, it's much more on that honey profile and the orange creamsicle that's pulling through. A little bit of pineapple, like an aftertaste of orgeat. So it's like a tiki drink.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. I can see that. Now, are Jamaican rums generally, can they be, the sweeter ones though too?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes if I remember correctly, like the wild yeast can give during the open fermentation for some distilleries, it can offer like a distinct profile. But they range, they're very complex. Because I think a lot of people, when they hear rum, they just think super sweet molasses when that's not the case.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I would almost bet you though, now that you say that, that this is still one of those casks that had a little bit funkier rum in it, maybe not real funky, but
Hmm.
it's definitely not one of those really sweet rums.
Mm. So would you say that you pick this up on the a dry side, or what do you get?
I think so. I think yeah,
Okay.
it's a little dry on the palate.
Mm. Okay.
Let me get some water on it. Haven't done that yet.
Oh, ready?
It's got a great finish to it. Really lingers, hangs in there.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of like white pepper with water, and I get more cashews, and the honey is a little bit on the backdrop. It's interesting to hear your take on it because for me, when I tried this, it had more of a sweet profile. So
More what? More what? Sorry.
more of a sweet
Oh,
profile
sweet.
when I had it neat. But it's good to hear your perspective, how you tasted it, and you thought it was dry. So for
Well,
me,
that was now. I don't know if I really noticed before, but just here sitting there talking to you, as soon as you said that, I thought it really is kind of astringent. I thought on my palate.
mm, hmm, yeah.
And Tom R is a rum drinker. I know that, but I don't think he's tuning in tonight.
Tomcat's on there.
Tom Cat, yes, but not Tom R. Tom
Oh,
Cat is asking if there are any rum drinkers, and I
mhm.
know that Tom R is Tom
Ah,
Rhodes, but he's not tuning in tonight.
hmm,
All right, let me try it with some water.
yeah. White cracked pepper on the finish for me and oak.
I can see that's definitely it has gotten spicier. I think less sweet with water. I think it was sweeter neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Now Tom Cat's trying to confuse everybody. He says Tom Smith drinks rum. Now we've got Tom Cat, Tom R, and Tom Smith.
Oh man.
Um, let me get a little bit more water on this one, but I think I like this one more neat than I do with water.
Mm-hmm. Same for me.
Yeah. I don't know that I don't want to say it hasn't made it worse. I just think there was almost a little bit more showing when it was neat, or there was just a little bit more on the palate.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, still good. Getting a little bit spicier, a little bit more astringent with water,
Mm-hmm.
sweetness, and I'm not getting any hints of the molasses that I did the other day, which there was just a hint that should, like I say, this isn't necessarily, I don't think, one of those really forward facing rum finishes,
Mm-hmm.
maturations, I guess we would say.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that there's like an essence of tropical fruit that comes out on the finish. So it goes from like bread, nutty to oak. So it's got a long, lingering profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost a little chocolatey and some berries and raisins, I think, showing too.
Yeah.
Now, maybe
Mhm.
that's showing with the water.
Yeah.
Hmm. Let's see what we get for tasty notes on the bottle.
Oh, right.
36.208. Shiver me toasted timbers. Shiver me toasted timbers. Pirate ships made of pencils carry a cargo of spice, fresh green pak choy, and juicy fruits topped with ice cream and cocoa powder. Yeah, I can see all that.
Right.
I don't know what pak choy is.
Oh, bok choy. It's a specific kind of leafy green. It's really delicious with soy sauce and sesame oil.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. All right. All right. All right.
All right.
Someone asked earlier too. I saw we have 4 whiskeys we're doing tonight. 12 are being released on Wednesday. I don't have a list to show y'all. I'll go through the list verbally at the end here, let you know what's coming. So, due to the Labor Day weekend, we didn't get the graph made, which usually would have been done today. So, and we're going to move on to the deep, rich, and dried fruits. Ooh.
Okay, we got 39.273, a classical cask. This is a 15-year, 13 years in a bourbon hogshead, and 3 years in a Frisco Spanish Oloroso hogshead. Hmm.
And our color on that one. That's dark, really about what you'd expect on this double maturation. And I'm going to guess 12 years ex bourbon, 3 years in the, or 13 and 3 would be my guess. Did you pull that up, Lynn?
Yes, 13 years in a bourbon hogshead and 3 years in a Frisco Spanish Oloroso hogshead.
That's almost become kind of standard with us. It seems like that 3 year, when you see the double maturation, it's like that second one usually is a 3 year maturation. Sometimes, almost seems like 90% of the time that's the case. Once in a while, it's a little bit longer, and once in a while, it's a little bit shorter. But
No.
58% ABV on this one. So
This is spice on the nose.
yeah, that's the spicy. Really is the spicy and dry.
It's hot on the nose.
Whew. I mean, I'm trying to think. It's spicy. It's dry. There's some oak. Oh, I just got a toffee. Oh yeah. Okay.
I get a little bit of a orange amaro on the nose. Yeah.
I'm kind of getting the. Oh yeah. Oh, I just got mole.
Oh, that's a nice description.
Yeah. Seriously, chocolate mole. Oh.
I get a little bit of Coca Cola on the nose.
Yeah. Just like the Coca-Cola syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Not the regular soda. Or herbaceous.
Little Luxardo cherry.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. I can't get the chocolate mole out of my head. That's really jumping out of the glass at me.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mainly get Campari on the nose.
Campari?
Yeah.
I see Joe Combs is just tuning in. Donner Pass Whiskey says that bok choy has a thick, crunchy white stalk and dark green leaf. Yummy vegetable.
Yes, indeed.
All right, let's get in on the palate.
All right.
Mmm. Mmm. Woo. 58%.
This is pretty complex. I mean, I get top notes like just a subtle hint of black pepper, but the base of it has orange and a little bit of, for me, ponzu on the finish. And
What
then there's like a creaminess to it as well.
what was it on the finish?
Ponzu?
Ponzi?
Ponzu. Ponzu is like kind of like a soy sauce, but it tastes like there's
Oh,
yuzu in it. So there's a citrus kind of umami profile,
yeah. Okay. Yeah,
but
definitely.
on the finish.
Yeah.
Um, but for the most part, I would say more of a creaminess to it. Um,
It's definitely more the classic Oloroso profile. If you know Oloroso, spicy, it's dry, it's those dark fruits, it's nutty compared to like Pedro Jimenez, that's sweeter and berries and syrupy. This is
mhm.
definitely more that Oloroso, which is what it is. I mean, it is Oloroso matured, but I'm just saying it's drier, it's spicier. Those dark fruits, the dates, the plums, there's some chocolate, the
Mhm.
mole.
Yeah, I get a little bit of like a dryness, but not so much on the leathery profile, but more honey and like almond skins, a little
Hmm.
bit of vanilla syrup.
Mm, mm. A burnt orange rind. I think did you said orange or something a little bit ago, didn't you? Yeah,
Hmm.
that was like a burnt orange rind.
Oh,
Like you're making a cocktail and sometimes they spritz the
yeah.
orange peel
Hmm.
over the drink.
Yeah. Do you make killer cocktails for Jen?
I'm learning. I've got a couple in my repertoire
Ooh,
now.
nice.
Not too many. So I love dirty martinis. We make chocolate martinis now. They're pretty good.
Oh, nice.
I did those old fashions. We experimented with some different um margaritas, skinny margaritas, but then some different tequilas and mezcals.
Oh,
So
sounds delicious.
yeah.
Perfect for Florida weather.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see. Hoyt is tuning in now. He says big Oloroso fan. PX is a little too sweet in my opinion. Yeah, but I'm a fan of both. Some I've had some really great Oloroso whiskeys, and I've had some really great Pedro Jimenez whiskeys.
Mhm.
Let me get some water on this one.
Alrighty.
Put a couple rounds on it.
Mm,
There's definitely some a nuttiness on this one though
yeah.
as well. I'm just trying to think what it is. It's almost more like a walnut or a pecan. Usually it's almonds. I don't know that it's almond. It's a little
Oh,
dark. It's a little darker. It kind of feels like.
there's this thing at Trader Joe's I just recently bought, and it's like a oat milk brown sugar creamer, and there's a little bit of that happening on the finish for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And oat brown sugar cream,
oat milk.
oat milk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think with water it tastes more like cherry cough syrup,
Huh.
but also a little bit of chocolate too coming through.
Up front, I was going to say with water, it didn't change anything until
Mm.
the finish kicked in, and then it became more milk chocolatey, kind of almost sweeter. Some I think some more of the almost berry type fruit or the cherries showing on the finish, definitely.
Yeah, it's interesting because for me the cough syrup came in the beginning, and then the mid palate, then I tasted milk. It transitioned to milk chocolate,
Yeah.
and then there's like this kind of almond paste, like something you find in a like an almond croissant. They've got that. That's what I picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see. Yeah. With water, it's almost turned. It was more like a burnt, or a toasted pecan or walnut before. With water, it's more. It's now it's turned into that classic kind of almond character marzipan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me put a little bit more water on it. Great finish on this one, man. It really sits in.
Mm.
All nice ABVs tonight on our whiskeys, and our last one is a back to a puncher, but they all handle water real well. This one, 3 rounds of water. I liked it neat. I liked it with 1 or 2 rounds. Three's a little much.
Mm. I like how it's complex in that sense, where you get two different flavor profiles. Where I think with having it neat, it was a little bit sweeter, and then with water, then I started to see the Spanish Oloroso flavor coming through.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at tasting notes on the bottle. 39.273, a classical cask. Deeply earthy and aromatic with orange, raisins, and dried fruits. Classical and very beautiful cask influence at play here. One to savor. Not too many notes there, but yeah, classical Oloroso. So great whiskey, nice maturation, great influence. And that was a first fill Oloroso. Yeah, first fill Oloroso. So I think a pretty active cask. Good influence for the 3-year Oloroso maturation.
All right. On to the last one.
Yep.
We got 4.379 Cliffside Harbor. So this is an 18-year, 16 years in an Oloroso butt, and 2 years in a refill American Oak Oloroso butt.
And 63.8% ABV. This one, like Lynn said, this is exclusive sherry maturation, 18 years. This is a black label as well. Black label, 18-year distillery 4. Exclusive, and the color is not coming through on the camera there. You can see the color of this one through the green bottle. The influence of these sherry butts on this one. And Tomcat is saying that, do I ever get that I look like Joe from Impractical Jokers? Except he says I'm in better shape. No, I don't even. I mean, I think I've watched Impractical Jokers a little bit, a couple times over the years, but no, I don't know who Joe is from there. Oh. Jen just sent me a picture.
I wish you could show a screen of that so then we can know.
No, we don't need to do that. Yeah, actually, it was pretty close. All right, let me show color on this one. This one, great influence. This is darker naturally than the 15-year that we just showed or just reviewed. Of course, that was only 3-year sherry cask. Now I'm having an issue here. I can't get my. There we go. Nice dark. Again, 18 years exclusive sherry maturation. Great influence here. Now, and what was our times on the 2 casks on this one, Lynn?
It was 16 years in Oloroso butt and 2 years in refill American Oak Oloroso butt.
Yeah, and so why did we go 16 years in Oloroso and then move it to a refill or a second fill Oloroso? Refill? I don't know. I can't answer that for you. So, but anyway, it's still Oloroso, 18 years. And we had a couple of these distillery fours, was it last year or 2 years ago, that were 18, 19 years old, exclusive maturations. And they were gorgeous, beautiful whiskeys.
Mm.
Now, this is in the lightly peated category as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we get any of that peat.
Yeah. I can smell a little bit of that smoke. There's like a salty aroma.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Salty, sweet.
A little
It's
bit of. Oh, go on.
I was gonna say it's just making me salivate, and just the sweetness of it, almost a little sour, tart, salty, but yeah,
Yeah. A little bit of dark chocolate.
rich brown sugars. Fruits are stewing.
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon, baked apple pie, savory, some salted meats. A lot going on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. I would say that the aroma is briny, but the flavor isn't briny to me.
Mm.
You get more of like a charcoal, ashy kind of smoke and dark chocolate.
Yep, the smoke is there. It's not really. It's not a heavy smoke. It's not a heavy peat. It's not up front. It's in there, but it's wrapped around. It's just like you're eating this decadent chocolate pie or fudge in the middle of a smoke fire, of a
Mhm.
campfire.
Yeah.
Trying to separate some of those notes out. There's a lot on the palate with this one.
Mhm.
And 63.8% ABV. Wow.
Mhm.
This one should handle water really well.
Yeah, aside from that chocolate profile, there's a little bit of bell pepper finish for me.
I get some charcuterie meats, some assaulted Italian meats,
Mm.
nuttiness, roasted almonds, definite marzipan with chocolate.
Mm-hmm. I get roasted cashews.
Oh,
And then not so much honey, but
mm.
some kind of sweetness there.
No, I think honeyed, or like the heathered peat that you'd get with most distillery fours. This 18 years of Oloroso on this has wiped that out.
Yeah. I can't taste the honey on
Uh-uh.
this at all. Like the one from last month, definitely. There was a
Yeah.
lot of honey. This one, it's more like a, I don't want to say butterscotch, but some kind of sweetness here.
Nutter butter.
Mm.
Nutter butter bars dipped in or smothered in a berry sauce,
Mm. That's a great description.
almost like a berry, triple berry glaze or reduction,
Yeah, I can see that.
without sugar added. Not that sweet, but just like that natural berry sweetness.
Yeah. Raspberry, blackberry kind of thing.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, water. This one needs some water.
Hmm.
definitely. Wow. Okay. I think the peat maybe even showing a little bit more, but it definitely makes it more palatable. Wow. Soaking in with water, the oak tannins definitely playing a part, definitely doing their role.
Mm. I think it, to me, it switches from charcoal to a little bit of cherry wood, and then black peppercorn spice, and then I can taste that the tannins coming through on the finish.
Chris Weiscarver says that the last four he had was because Lynn mentioned it having the old honey flavored note. I'm sure this will follow that. That's why I like my fours. Yeah, nope.
Yeah, I think if you're anticipating for a honey profile in this one, you'd be disappointed. Definitely,
Or
not disappointed. It just won't have the honey profile that, um, yeah, that you find in the last two.
well, it's almost maybe a burnt honeycomb or a burnt honey. What's the bush that grows the vine? Honeysuckle.
Mm.
Maybe your honeysuckle vine caught on fire.
Mm.
Jen is saying it's like when you go to a bar and get a smoked drink and they burn wood and then put the glass, the glass over it. Tastes like that smells.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Slight charcoal profile.
Would I ever guess distillery four on this one blind? No, I
Hmm.
don't think so. Maybe I mean maybe only because of the light peat. You know, the smoke that is showing. Other than that, I mean, because of this, the sherry influence is so heavy, so nice, so rich on this one.
Hmm.
I like to look at whiskeys and think, okay, neat, what would I think of this one? And like this one, I mean, I don't think I'd ever guess distillery four.
Yeah, same. That was my reaction too.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I think just because for me the aftertaste has a saltiness to it on the finish that I usually don't pick up from this distillery.
Yeah.
So it kind of threw me off. There's like that saltiness I usually associate with Distillery 53,
Mm.
or like that peppery note.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And
I
with
would,
water, I think the peppery note is getting more on it. I think it's getting a
yeah.
little spicier with water.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I like to see that with whiskeys, those that are different and those that are kind of break the mold of what you expect from a distillery.
Yeah.
It was like a couple years ago, we had a peated distillery number one.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was peated. We put it into a cask that used to have peated whiskey in it.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it picked up some of those peated notes, and it's one of those whiskeys that's just rare, and you would never find on a shelf or get to try.
That reminds me, there was one specific year, like 1946, where Macallan produced a smoky expression, and it
Oh,
was just unheard of. And I think they did that because of the war, and they were trying to say it was
yeah.
medicinal. And that's what I was told, but who knows? But it was
Well, there's
interesting.
there's still the what is it? The Macallan M Black.
Uh
Is that the
huh.
one? That one's a peated Macallan as well. If I'm
Mm,
thinking of the right one.
yeah.
So
Interesting.
this one, so a couple. I think it was 2 years ago. We had a couple of exclusive maturation older distillery fours. This one's just as good, I think, if not better than those were. And those were both. I remember one was a cunning combo was the name of one of those casks. Both of those were gorgeous whiskeys. This is right there with them, if not better.
Mm,
So
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
And water definitely. I think this one comes alive with water. I think I would encourage everybody to try it with some water, just to see what it does for them. So,
Yeah.
all right, bottle tasting notes on 4.379 Cliffside Harbor. Barbecued scallops and pan-fried venison steak with rosemary potatoes. Diluted a walk from the harbor up a cliff with a Plowman's lunch. Pluffman. I don't know how that'd be pronounced.
All right.
Very nice. And a great bottle to end with.
Awesome.
All right, let's look at. So that's the 4 bottles for tonight. I don't have the graph to show you. Let me get in here. I will go through the whiskeys that are going to be released. We have cask 73.160 will be the bottle of the month. Named Everybody Must Get Stones.
What? What?
Everybody Must Get Stones. Stones plural, not stoned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say progressive.
That was a funny name. That made me laugh, actually. Everybody Must Get Stones. A 12-year-old, that will be available for $140 from a second fill port barrique. Sweet, fruity, and mellow profile. We have cask 5.117, Delightful Subterfuge. A 19-year-old will be available for $240. It's a first fill barrel, juicy oak and vanilla profile. Cask 6.73, the Big Stave. 17-year-old for $190 from a first fill heavy char number 4 plus hogshead. Nice toasted oak influence on that one. Should be. It's in juicy oak and vanilla. Cask 16.94, Tanker Fuego. 9-year-old will be available for $115. Refill hogshead is our cask type on that one. It's in the peated category. We did those 41.166, like a hot knife through oak. 15-year-old will be available for $175. Second fill heavy char number 4 plus hogshead again in the spicy and dry profile. 59.79. A 13-year-old will be available for $150. First fill hogshead, spicy and sweet profile. 93.210. Flamed the Fantasy from Glen Scotia. Oops, I shouldn't say that. Read too much. 9-year-old will be available for $130. First fill barrel, juicy oak and vanilla profile. And last cask of 12, 122.62, worth encouraging. An 8-year-old will be available for $105. Cask type second fill barrel and young and sprightly profile on that one. So that'll be the 12 bottles along with the 4 that we reviewed tonight. Lynn, thank you for joining me. Any closing notes?
Nope.
Jen Current says, LOL, I want that job of naming whiskeys. We all want that.
You do great. Jen should be an ambassador. You would be like the power couple. Okay. I think that should happen.
Well, if you're in the LA area, I don't know if Lynn, if you've got any tickets left, check online for smwsa.com on our events. Our in-person events are happening tomorrow night, Tuesday night. I still got a few seats available in Tampa. If you're interested, go to the website events, and then Tampa. It's at Gasper's Patio Bar and Grill up in Temple Terrace. Lynn will be at Tam O'Shanter's in LA. I think you're sold out. Is that right? Is that what you said? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then we've got many other tastings happening across the country in Washington, D.C. It's not in New York, though, this month because of the gathering happening on the 16th of September. But
Awesome.
I think Oakland is having a tasting, Denver, maybe Boston. Minneapolis. That's all I can think of right now. So,
Mm.
all right. Well, thanks everybody that tuned in. I appreciate it. And remember, as it says on the back of every Scotch Malt Whiskey Society bottle, our whiskeys are not for swigging, glugging, or knocking back. Please drink responsibly.
Alrighty.
Cheers.
Bye. I'll catch you later.
And oops. Nope. Stop.
Oop.
Wrong button.
Okay.
What's that? It's hiding from me. It's hiding from